Hi Cancer, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for July 12th, I guess, through the 18th. All right. So, what are we doing here today? We're just going to look into whatever is going on with you and your connection. As usual, I'm going to do it probably a little bit different than you've seen me do it in the past. I like to mix things up for those of you that are new. I switch it up quite a bit. I did go on a little bit of a hiatus, not for really any particular reason other than I wanted to, okay? So I apologize for those of you, that missed your readings. I completely understand that. It wasn't personal, okay? All right, so let's get started here. All right, so these three cards this represents you, this represents the connection, and this represents your person, whoever that happens to be, okay? Most of my readings, are dealing with some type of relationship challenge, separation, things of that nature. You might be with your person and you're experiencing a challenge. You might not be with your person, you're experiencing a challenge. You might be experiencing some type of difficulty, with who it is that you're attracted to or trying to get a relationship started. So, most of my readings come from that standpoint. If you are in a successful relationship, and honestly, I don't completely understand why people would come to tarot when they're in a successful relationship overall, because it feels to me like you're looking for trouble that way. And it's probably not the best thing to do, okay? So let's get these cards laid out here. So again, this is you, this is the connection, and this is your person. Down here, we have the challenge that's going on. And right here, this is something of significance that's going on, either with you, with them, or within the connection. And then here, we're looking at what's next. Okay, so let's start right here. Let's start with the connection, shall we? Let's see what we have. Go with the flow. Yes, go with the flow. I love this card. This is very Cancerian energy. If anybody's going to go with the flow, it's a Cancer. Cancer is best at this, okay? So this might be something that you're encouraging in your connection. This might be something that you're trying to do yourself. But this is really good energy. So what do we have here? The energy of the connection. We have, all right, Page of Swords. So if there was ever a card that was really not going with the flow, I would say it would be the Page of Swords, okay? Because what is that Page of Swords doing? She's looking right at that sword. That sword represents clarity and truth, but does she believe that clarity and truth? It feels like clarity and truth are trying to hit her in the face, and she's not believing it. So what does she do? She goes online. She starts searching for answers. She starts talking to people. She might be engaging in gossip, or he might be engaging in gossip. he goes or she goes to everything outside of herself to find the answers. Okay? Is that going with the flow? Probably not. Okay? You know, there's a lack of acceptance with the Page of Swords, because this person or you or both of you aren't really trusting what's kind of showing itself right in front of you. Okay, there might be an inherent lack of trust in this connection for some reason. Okay, so let's see, let's take a look at you. What do we have going on here with you? Feelings. Okay, shock, Cancer, feelings. All right, so you know, the biggest thing for you right now, it feels like, you know, are your feelings. Your feelings are maybe heightened right now. All right. And you might be trying to go with the flow, or this connection is trying to, the two of you might be both trying to do that. But, you know, there's some part of this energy that you carry. There's some part of this energy that your person carries. So, you know, you might be questioning or doubting your feelings, or you might be questioning and doubting the feelings of your person. So let's see what we have here for you. The Devil. So this is card of Capricorn, right? You know, you can see her that she's locked up here in a cage. You might be, you know, your feelings might feel like they're kind of locking you up, or you might feel a toxic energy in some way because you have these feelings, or you might feel some type of toxic energy around your person's feelings. It's like we've got go with the flow here. There's, I feel like, an inherent lack of trust. Your feelings might be, you know, I always say that your feelings are the reflection of what's truly in your heart. So, you know, your feelings don't easily change. Not the deep feelings, all right? You might change your feeling about something because you have more information. That might be what's going on here. You might be trying to find out more information to validate your feelings. Let's see what we have for your person here. Re-energize. And then we have Queen of Cups. So this is card of Scorpio here. You might be dealing with a Scorpio or a Capricorn. It almost feels like whoever this is trying to re-energize like the beginning of a relationship or the beginning of the connection. You know, trying to get back to that place where the two of you might have been at some point, where it was very easy to be in love, very easy to possibly express feelings. You know, it's like this person is trying to re-energize or trying to get back to that. So the thing is that, you know, romance and love, both, you know, come in waves. You know, that's why I'm using the mermaid deck here. Love and feelings come in waves. So, you know, whatever you're questioning about your feelings, whatever this person feels like they need to energize, especially when it comes to love, you know, I feel like you are making more of something than you really need to, because the energy of the connection is saying go with the flow. Even if things don't feel exactly perfect right now, that's okay. All right, so let's see what the challenge is here. we've got the Three of Pentacles. So it's like coming together successfully when we're both in the same vibration seems to be a challenge. So, you know, it feels like one person might get to the point where they are feeling really good about the opportunity with you, or you're feeling really good about the opportunity or the relationship with this person. You make a move, or you try to talk or have a conversation, and the other person isn't really in the energy to talk about it or talk at all, or they push back on you, you know, and I feel like that goes both ways. So it creates this pattern or this cycle of, you know, when one person's ready, the other person isn't, or the other person is hanging on to a grudge. If you don't come back, or you don't say exactly what the other person is expecting, you get a negative response. So coming together is the challenge, you know, being in sync, going with the flow, understanding that feelings and love, you know, come in waves. And it's like, if we can ride that wave together, it's great. But, you know, when someone's on top of the wave and the other person is crashing, it makes it very difficult, right? So what is significant that's going on right now? Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like both of you are contemplating what has been going on in this relationship, what's been going on, and what are we going to do next? Or are we going to do anything next? Okay, because, you know, we've got these pentacles here. Pentacles are about what's going on in the physical world, you know, what's happening in your world, what's happening in their world. You know, it's the toughest energy of all of the elements. The physical energy is the heaviest energy, right? Feelings, you know, feelings can move quickly. Feelings can change about certain things, and feelings can go on forever for other things. Thoughts change on a rapid basis, right? And wands, action, passion. You know, our passion wanes. You know, our actions, you know, can be convoluted sometimes. So what's significant is what happens next. All right? Can we go with the flow? Can we move in the same direction? Can we ride the wave together? Or are we constantly going to be fighting choppy waters? What's next here? The Hermit. Okay, so it feels like we're going to spend a little time apart. You know, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hermit is card of Virgo. You might be dealing with a Virgo, a Scorpio, again, or a Capricorn, but you don't have to be. You know, the Hermit is good as long as we don't take too much time, okay? It feels like this is a scenario where something needs to be worked out. Let's see. What is this Devil for you? And what is this Queen of Cups love for them? All right, the Empress. So this can be Taurus or Libra. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't feel like you are feeling... There's some type of energy, maybe one of the 7 deadly sins, around who you consider your ideal person to be. You know, look up the 7 deadly sins and see if you can relate to any of those. But you know, the devil brings in some type of sin. You know, If there is a sin here that you are worried about or feeling guilty about, that's affecting your feelings or affecting you from going with the flow, find a way to either accept it and realize that it's a lesson moving forward. Is there any way that you can change it? If there's no way that you can change it, at least right now, then what do you got to do? You got to leave it. Okay? But I feel like you still see this person as your ideal person or your ideal feminine. Over here, this person, Queen of Cups, 10 of Swords. All right, so the love here or the feelings here have been affected in some way, either by a very negative outlook on life for your person or by some type of betrayal. You know, being that we have the Page of Swords here in the middle, there is, like I said, there might be a struggle with trust here. All right, so why are we so challenged in coming together in a good vibration? Whoops. 5 of Pentacles. Because one person feels like they have more power than the other, and the other person feels like they have less power than the other. Okay? Whoever possibly ghosted or possibly left somebody out in the cold to try to figure things out, or, you know, left somebody hanging, saying to themselves they should know what they did wrong, you know, that's the person that feels like they have more power in this situation. They don't. They're thinking about whatever happened between the two of you as much as you are thinking about what happened between the two of you. They just feel like they can reach out anytime and, you know, they have every right to. But the person that was kind of left to figure things out themselves feels like the person who has or thinks they have the power, that person may not want to talk to them or is rejecting them. That's not true. So if you feel like you're in the powerless state or the person that has less power, stop thinking that way. All right? All right, so let's look at 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. So what's next? What's significant here is we're going to play games. We're going to block each other. We're going to talk about each other to other people when we should be talking about each other or talking about our connection with each other. We're going to do everything and anything to keep this person's vibration alive around us. But we're not going to do what really needs to be done, which is go with the flow. Realize that we're not always going to agree. We're not always going to be on the same page. But if there's been an inherent or a true breach of trust here, then spending time alone is probably the best thing. Asking yourself, first of all, can you truly forgive? Or this person might be asking themselves that, can they truly forgive? If somebody can't truly forgive, it's pointless to move forward. It really is. Because that is something that is going to hang over this connection. Let's get one more on the 2 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. So what are we doing by playing all of these games? We're working against destiny. This might be some type of destined person in your life or destined connection. And by playing games, by blocking each other, by not answering the phone, by not returning a text. It's like we're jamming up the wheel. Going with the flow, you know, that's Wheel of Fortune, letting the wheel move freely. When we, you know, put a block in that spoke, you know, that's when we take a lot of detours off of our path, off of our destined path. Not only with this person, but, you know, in life in general. We get off the path. We're not aligned. So, Page of Swords, let's take a look. Eight of Pentacles. Putting a lot of effort into, again, I feel like both of you might be doing this. One of you is for sure putting a lot of effort in finding out something or finding out some type of clarity or truth about a situation or what happened here, especially around the Ten of Swords. You know, we're putting all of our energy into something that could easily be addressed. I feel like your person, you know, is hopeful with this re-energize here. I want to get one for feelings for you. And we have Four of Wands. Okay, so you're hopeful as well. You can still see, I mean, you have Empress here and you've got the Four of Wands. So that tells me that this is something that you still consider a long-term potential. But it's surrounded in this devil energy. So whatever this devil energy is, you know, and it could be a lot of things. It could be a betrayal. It could be that somebody just is, that you're out of alignment with. Again, whenever you want to talk, they don't. Whenever they want to talk, you don't. Or somebody just kind of left you out of the loop, didn't tell you what they were doing, or was just plain mean. So with what's next here with the Hermit, what is this going to bring? The Fool. All right, good. It's going to bring a new beginning. Card of Aries. The time spent contemplating what's next. Somebody here, probably this person, could be you. I'm feeling more it's this person because the re-energize card feels like action to me. So I feel like this person is going to try to re-energize this connection. And I feel like the question is, can we forgive our past actions? Can we truly start fresh? If we can do that, you know, it feels like we can be successful. All right, so let's just get some oracle cards. These are a few of my decks. We'll see what comes out. All right, what do we have here? You're realizing how much your parents did love you. Okay, so I feel like this comes up, you know, when we go through some type of major hurt in our life. When somebody really hurts us. Because we remember maybe sometimes how we might have spoken to our parents, or how we behaved or how we acted, and we know we were in the wrong, but they loved us anyway. And when we try to do that with somebody that is not our family, that is not our mom or dad, we realize that that's unacceptable behavior. Okay, so it can be a really big lesson that takes some people a long time to learn. So somebody might have done something here that, might have seemed unforgivable. But if your parents can forgive certain things that you've done, maybe it's something to look at when it comes to people in your life that you have loved. What do we have here? Empty your mind by turning off anything that directs information towards you. So this is about kind of meditating and turning off the monkey mind. Okay? Sometimes, we don't really control our thoughts as much as we think, but we can turn off our thoughts through meditation, through listening to music, through listening to something positive. Okay? If you're gonna watch something when you're, in a high contemplation mood, watch something that's positive. Okay? But I feel like this is speaking to you. What do we have here? Look at, your person is saying you were different. Okay, this person wants to recapture love. They want a new beginning. I don't feel like they're as comfortable even being alone as you are. They want to re-energize this. And it's because you were different. You did make a difference in this person's life. But the key here with this connection is getting in sync with each other. If playing that game of, being cold when someone reaches out to you, get over that game. Okay, really, because it took a lot for that person to reach out. And I'm saying this to everybody. It took a lot for that person to reach out. A cold response really speaks highly of the person doing that. It really speaks to the character, because every human being makes mistakes. This could be about a big mistake. Or it could be about something that somebody's making a mountain out of a molehill. Or somebody here, Page of Swords, can also mean is very attracted to drama. Which, I feel like at one point in my life, I was. And it was because I wasn't happy. So, if somebody is attracted to drama, it's probably because on some level they're not happy in their life, or they don't know how to handle it any other way. All right, Cancer, that is what I have for you. All right, and I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you next time. All right, thanks so much. Bye.